Kaiser community. I have Jonathan Kaiser here with us. Just so you know, his book did go live a couple weeks ago, so if you haven't had a chance to read it, make sure you get on that. It's called You Don't Have to Be Ruthless to Win, available on Amazon and now on Audible. So Jonathan, 3 questions for you today. We want to start out more general. So what's the hardest part about being a business leader?
I think that most people don't realize how important people that are in leadership roles think about, care about, sometimes worry about all the things that happen. I think the hardest part is I feel responsible for everything that happens here, and yet I can't be in control of everything that happens here, nor would I want to be. But there's still like the responsibility. It's not a burden, it's a responsibility. And I think any good leader that actually cares, it's viewed as like, oh wow, you're the leader, you're the founder, you're the owner, you're in some high up position. And the reality is like you're the one that's responsible for everything. And if things don't go right, it's your fault. And so that's probably the hardest part.
Awesome. And now taking a step back, going a little bit deeper. So Jonathan is not just a business leader. He's not just the founder of Kaiser. He's also a broker. So tell me, what's the hardest part about being a broker?
I think the hardest part about being a broker is that you don't really know what the end result is going to look like at the end of the year. I mean, you can have a lot of good stuff in progress, but companies change their mind. They pull things off the market. You can get way down the path on something and it's, canceled, put on hold, changed. And so I think the hardest part for some people is the constant undulation of deals and the process. And some years you have huge years and some years you have lean years. And it's just part of as long as you're doing the right things, it's just part of the game. The other thing I think that's hard for people that aren't used to it is the risk, right? People are used to jobs with salaries, and brokerage is the opposite of that. And so for some people, the variability of revenue is hard for families to plan.
Awesome. That really helps out for a lot of people who are trying to get into the commercial real estate world. So if you were to give one piece of advice to a young broker who's trying to level up their skills, what would that be?
Self-development. Working on yourself, improving yourself. I believe in reading. I believe in having a coach. So the better that you get, the more that you are self-aware, and the more that you can get all the things that are in your way, which are yourself, out of your way, so basically getting out of your own way, the better you become and the better the results are. And so the key is, most people don't want to do that because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing every time I realize, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Now I see it. That was dumb. Most people just ignore that, they suppress it, and they try never to have those feelings. But to really improve as a young person, you got to learn like this, which means you got to put aside a lot of the things that you grew up believing and really work on yourself and refine yourself to make you the best you could be so that you could accomplish what you want to accomplish in life.
That's awesome. That's really great advice, especially for commercial real estate, but also for any young professionals out there. So if you're a new grad or maybe only a couple years into the industry, that is some great advice. Take it to heart and you'll do well in the world. So I hope this 3-question Thursday was helpful for you. Join us again next week.